The dripping sounds of winter melting away can be heard around the area, but it's not yet time to be starting on your garden, unless you're considering starting some seeds indoors to transplant later. The ISU Extension Office this past week hosted a group of individuals interested in learning more.
We had one of our master gardeners who does a lot of seed starting come in and give tips and how-tos on seed starting. If you're wanting to start your own seeds, it is a good time to start your broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, those cole crops. You plant transplants of those as soon as you can get into the garden. You also can, now that we're into March, start your tomatoes, your peppers, your herbs, and depending on the varieties, because some varieties germinate better and grow better, you can maybe make them be a little bit later, but other ones, it's time to get those started for your tomatoes and peppers and herbs.
For the newer beginning gardener, frustration can happen when plants die or they have less than expected results.
Beginning gardeners are just learning the timing of things and when to put things out in the garden and how to protect them. And every garden situation has its own nuances, so learning your space as to what will work well there, that kind of thing.
Striegel says that the Extension Office is there to help and welcomes questions and offers guidance.
Usually they come in and visit when they have insect or pest issues like rabbits, and then also disease issues.
If you missed out this past week, the Extension Office has more upcoming programs to help you with your spring fever.
Speakers coming up in March and April. Next Tuesday, the 10th, we have a hosta speaker. The 17th, we have the district forester coming in to talk about some tree issues, emerald ash borer being one of them. And then on the 31st, we have a speaker coming in to talk about feeding the birds, but feeding the birds with your landscape, meaning your shrubs and things that the birds can enjoy throughout the winter without you actually putting extra food out. And then on April 7th, we've got Delmer from Sunny Slope Greenhouse coming to talk shade shade plants.
Out at Stam Greenhouse east of Oskaloosa, the work is well underway preparing for spring. Brent Stam, owner of Stam Greenhouse, talks about some things that those with spring fever can do to prepare themselves for the upcoming season.
People will probably start with vegetables, and so you're not going to do the green beans, but you might be looking at peppers and tomatoes. Their germination time is a little bit longer on them, so the first week of March is actually a really good time to do germination on peppers and tomatoes. It's just a matter of getting a good quality soil that is fine, doesn't have a lot of big clumps in it, because that clump might end up being on top of the seed and keeping it from coming through. And so you get fine soil or media, and this is what we have here, the seed and cutting type. And then we just fill in our cell tray, and we would fill that almost to the top, and we would pick our variety of vegetable, and we would just one seed in a container, and then cover that seed with the thickness of the seed itself. So if the seed is a 32nd thickness, then that's how much soil you would put on top. And then the main thing is to keep it well watered, so that there's plenty of moisture, and you do not want it to get it to dry out. That would be the bad part. Whether it has light on it at night does not matter. Some people worry about that. That's not a big issue. But the main thing is to get the seed in and then keep it covered with soil and keep it well watered. So there's plenty of moisture all the way around that seed.
So are Brent's customers ready for spring?
Yeah, very much so.
Right. All right.
They just want to see some color and smell the dirt.